The parasympathetic nervous system is responsible for returning the system back to baseline. So again, this is known as the rest and digest pathway. And the vagus nerve, as I mentioned previously, is the key physiologic player. The PNS serves as a brake on the action of the SNS to dial down the stress response once the threat has abated. It decreases heart rate, respiratory rate, and blood pressure. It increases digestive activity. Since it was shut down earlier, now it is waking back up and resuming again. Urine secretion is increased. Normalization of the reproductive hormonal HPG axis also occurs. The PNS promotes recovery of the system from the fight or flight response. Now, the vagus nerve, as I just mentioned, is a key player in system recovery from a threat. And those of us in fitness have come across this frequently with the concept of heart rate variability. HRV refers to something called vagal tone. And this is the ability of the vagus nerve to impact those high heart rates we see in the stress response. The more variability we see is reflective of the vagus nerve exerting its effects. When we see less variability, this means the body is resistant to the efforts of the vagus nerve, which could mean that the stress response is still in full force and that further recovery is needed, or dialing down the system is needed, before the body is ready to respond to the next threat. First, a threat presents itself. The nervous system perceives this threat, and the SNS HPA, or hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, is activated. The SNS HPA then activates the immune system. The activated SNS HPA inhibits the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis, or HPG. Now the system is ready to combat the threat. When the threat resolves, the immune system begins to dial down the SNS HPA, initiating the return of the system to its normal state. The PNS, or parasympathetic nervous system, is now activated and balance is restored.